UT Arlington improving to 5-4. The Anteaters now 4-4. And, Coach, I know how you preach defense to these guys. And really in that first 20 minutes, the Mavericks hit a lot of tough shots, but I know they got a lot of clean looks as well, working on your zone. So I know at halftime you must have not been happy, but I thought you guys did respond, at least on the defensive end in the second half, but it just seemed like tonight the shots weren't falling for the most part.
Yeah, you're right. The shots didn't fall tonight, and clearly in the first half we were not ready to play at the defensive level we need to be ready to play at. And I'm disappointed. I think there's a lot of guys in our program who have felt pride in what we did last year and what we were expected to do, and I don't think we've lived up to that responsibility. And that's no discredit to UT Arlington. They're a good team. They came in here and played really well and beat us. I don't feel like we're as committed, as we need to be, and that's one of our core values is commitment. And, we got to be better committed on the defensive end. We've got to be better committed to shooting the ball in practice and at night and make ourselves able to perform. I really thought that three-point shooting would be a strength of this team.
Right.
I don't want to look at the three-point shooting and blame our loss on that. I think that our interior guys passed the ball out to open three-point shooters tonight rather than putting an imprint on the game. So it's not just the guys who missed the shots, and it's not just the offensive end. We haven't looked like a team that's playing at a good level very often this year. We've had some wins. I mean, we're an exceptionally talented team right now that lacks the underdog mentality that leads to championship level play. We got to somehow find that. We had that more last year when we were a younger team. Now we're an experienced team that looks like a young team.
Right.
And that's disappointing. That's disappointing, and that's reflective that we've got to do a better job as a coaching staff.
Well, Coach, I know a big road trip coming up for you guys now. Go out to Baltimore, and then you'll have that tournament in Vegas. Some things to still work on. What do you see as the biggest thing going forward as you now have a quick turnaround and we'll have Morgan State on the road Tuesday?
Yeah, it's a tough assignment to go across country and play a game. That's what UT Arlington did tonight, and they came in here and they gave it to us. The team that we had a couple years ago went down to UT Arlington and gave it to them.
Right.
I give them credit, Arlington and that old team. We've got to somehow recapture the intensity, the urgency to be good that it takes to be successful in college basketball. To not have that at home is really disappointing. We can make a bunch of excuses, and I got to believe that, the people around our players will feed them a bunch of excuses, and I sure hope our players don't buy into that. We've got a team that's good enough to beat any team on our schedule, and we're 4-4. We're average, we're mediocre, and that's what we've got to accept and improve on.
All right, Coach, we'll see you Tuesday. Thank you.
All right.